Kaya naman ngayon sa una natin panayam ngayong Workday Wednesday, pag-uusapan natin itong mga human capital strategy dahil makakasama natin muli ang mga kaibigan natin mula sa Philippine Navy. Kaya makakasama natin ngayon ang Assistant Chief Naval Staff for Personnel, walang iba kundi si Colonel Ariel Caculitan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Jules. At sa ating mga kababayan, sa ngalan po ng more than 20,000 officers and men of the Philippine Navy, bumabati po kami sa inyo ng magandang umaga.
Okay, sir. So, very interesting na sinimulan nyo agad by the numbers. You have 20,000 all over the Philippines, all over the archipelago. So, as handling, of course, the human as strategy mismo ng Philippine Navy, paano nyo ina-handle to? Lalo na ano ba yung tungkulin nito sa buong operations ng Philippine Navy?
Well, we are more on the personnel administration, management. Actually, madako ko na sa human capital strategy. It starts with the recruitment. It's selective recruitment. We need people with skills kasi yung Navy is highly technical service. So, we deal with ships, with machineries, with equipment. So, kailangan namin ng mga tao. So, very selective yung pagpili namin. And secondly, once inside itong aming human capital strategy, we need to really specialize them some more. Even the officers, we have the fields of specialization. Actually, we used to have 9 special field of specialization for officers. We call it surface warfare, marine infantry, artillery, or armor warfares, and so on. Meron din kaming air warfare. Alam mo, in the Navy, we maintain a small numbers of helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft. And so on, because we want to have a very competent or highly specialized human resource, because we see them as really the backbone of the organization.
Yes.
So, nag-uumpisa lahat sa personnel. So, lahat from recruitment to managing their careers.
Yes.
Then how do we maintain them? We come up with several programs on the retention programs. We address the morale and welfare, the housing needs, etc., etc. Then when we retire them, we separate them. There are certain gratuities.
Okay.
So, and they are prepared also on the transition assistance program na at least meron silang livelihood skills so that when they rejoin the mainstream, meron silang magagamit na skill to better improve his economic condition.
Okay. So, since personnel administration basically, umiikot yung tungkulin ng office to sir, simulan natin from the very start hanggang syempre dun sa karera na mismo ng bawat individual, gaano po ba kahirap yung proseso ng pagpili mismo? Kasi nabanggit nyo nga sir na maraming specializations dito. Ano-ano yung proseso para makita nyo na competent lahat ng nakukuha ng Philippine Navy?
Ito, nag-uumpisa sa aming recruitment, nabanggit ko kanina. We go nationwide. Okay? The Navy has 6 naval forces spread across the archipelago. Meron kami sa Northern Luzon, Southern Luzon, sa Cebu, sa Zamboanga, meron din sa Davao and Palawan.
Yes.
So these naval forces and other units of the Navy stationed also on those areas, we use them to recruit. Okay? But when we recruit, we make sure that the ones or the skills that we need are the ones we get.
Okay.
Okay? So, sabi ko nga kanina, highly technical yung Navy. So, mas inclined kami na kuhanin yung mga technically inclined people like the engineers, okay, mechanical, electrical, or the civil engineers kasi meron din kaming construction brigade. So, in this process, of course, pwede ko na rin banggitin siguro, Jules, yung mga criteria.
Sure.
Mga natural-born Filipino citizen of good moral character.
Ilan taon yan dapat, sir?
For officers, it would range from 21 to 28
as
years
as
old.
21,
yes,
na.
And the height, it matters. Kailangan 5 feet tall.
5 feet, okay.
Both for male and female. And kailangan for officers, he must be a graduate of a baccalaureate degree. So, 4-year course.
4-year course.
And yan, may mga konting mga clearances. and he would be taking the admission test or the battery test. And once passed, may mga physical, medical, medyo rigid to ng konti. Maraming bumabagsak dito. So, actually, in a population of 20,000 applicants, konti lang yung makukuha mo dyan. So,
so yung 20,000, pero sir, sa application usually, gaano karami yan? Siguro, let's say, from the current 20,000 all over the archipelago, from the start, mga ilang libo yan?
Yung 20,000 na yun, applicants yun, what I was referring about, applicants. Siguro makukuha mo lang dyan, napapasa, roughly about 8,000. Then, sila pa lang yung magpapatuloy ng physical, medical examinations, and the interview, special written exams.
So, matitrim down pa rin siya?
So, matitrim down pa siya. Almost by half.
Okay. So, yung from 8,000 by half, 4,000 na lang.
So 4,000 na lang.
Paano nyo naman ina-handle, sir, yung career nila? Pakunwari with the promotions and all, how do we do strategies to develop their skills?
From the recruitment, then they go to training.
Okay.
So training would usually last for officers, mga 1 year. For enlisted person, kasi meron kaming rank and file, for enlisted person, usually 6 months yan. For officers, they join, after graduation from the training, they join with the rank of ensign. They are commissioned as ensign. That's equivalent to second lieutenant in the Army or the Air Force.
Okay.
So in the Navy, we call it ensign. Then from there, magpo-progress na siya. He will be assigned usually sa fleet, aboard ship, and do certain billets or positions. Usually, message supply officers, and hanggang sa magiging engineering officer siya. Decan gunnery. So, lumalaki siya sa organization. He sees different parts of the country. Aside from that, he gained expertise on his job and related to his job.
Okay.
So, lumalaki siya. Then, after some years, he will be promoted to the next rank.
Yes.
In the same manner, mapupromote siya sa lieutenant junior grade, lieutenant, hanggang sa lumalaki siya sa organization.
Okay.
So, we are not just merely recruiting people. We specialize them. Then, he will grow with the organization. Until, kung highly competent siya, magiging mataas ang rango niya, mas malaking responsibilidad and authority.
Colonel, ano po yung usual indicators para masabi ng superiors nila na okay, he deserves to be promoted already?
Well, ang best tool to rate an officer right now is the officer appraisal report. Ito, parati silang nire-rate in a periodic manner kung ang officer ay in terms of his performance and character.
Okay.
Kasi mahalaga rin yung interpersonal relationship niya in the workforce. But of course, parati kami nakatingin sa performance. Okay. Nire-rate yun. So, if you fail on that, you will not more likely be promoted.
Yes.
So, but this is a very good tool for the senior officers to know the performance level or capability of this officer.
All right.
And those who are very good would naturally shine in the organization.
Right. Colonel, gaya na nabanggit nyo, aangat yung individual through the ranks, di ba? Tapos pag na-reach na yung highest niya, pag magre-retire na siya and all, ano na yung magiging benefits na right after?
Well, hindi lang naman dito sa Navy, with other branches of service in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and others, uniform service. Pag nagretiro at nakaabot ka ng 20 years and beyond, yung base pay mo, plus longevity pay, tapos meron kaming divisor na 20.9 something.
Yes.
Then times the number of unused leave mo, that would be your commutation. Then aside from that, you will be entitled to pension.
Okay. Ngayon naman dumako tayo kasi alam na at least napag-usapan na natin ng medyo detalyado itong human capital strategy ng Philippine Navy. Dumako naman tayo dito sa Philippine Navy Sale Plan 2020. Ano to, sir?
Well, yung Navy Sale Plan 2020, kami in the Navy, we aspire to become strong and credible that our maritime nation can be proud of.
Okay.
we always emphasize that we are of a maritime nation. We have archipelagic waters. We have vast expanse of waters, actually. So we need to protect our. It's a resource. It's a very important resource of our country.
Yes.
For a lot of reasons, we need to be very credible. Something that would be able to see what is going out there and at least defend our interests. So we would like to be that kind of Navy in the future.
Sir, we are
hopefully 2020.
2020. We are 6 years before 2020. So, as of now, syempre, iba't ibang issues yung bumabalot sa Pilipinas. Paano hinahandle ng Philippine Navy to?
The Navy is very much focused on its vision. Of course, there are certain issues. And there are lots of things that somehow not really disrupt us, but at least gave us an opportunity to also contribute in our national emergency, most of all. Kung may mga national calamities tayo, the Navy is always there as first responder. At of course, yung Yolanda, yung devastation niya, the Navy was among the first responders. Then Zamboanga Siege, nandun din ang Philippine Navy and the Marine Battalions na nag-participate din, and the MARSOG and the NAVSOG. So parati siyang relevant. Parati siyang relevant. We also, but aside from that, there are groups in the Navy that are still focused in attaining our aspirations by 2020. Simultaneous personnel, organizational, resource, capacity, and hopefully, later on, huge accomplishments.
Okay, sir. Alright, so yan, napag-usapan natin yung iba't ibang detalye mula sa human capital strategy and of course, to the relevance of the Philippine Navy sa iba't ibang aspeto sa ating bansa. Ngayon naman, sir, as we end our interview, hikayatin po natin yung mga boss natin, lalo na siguro yung mga newly grads from college, kung na gusto, interesado na sumapi dito sa Philippine Navy.
Okay, thank you, Jules. Samantalahin ko na po, iniimbitahan po namin ang ating mga kababayan na nasa tamang edad sa aming pangangailangan. The Philippine Navy right now is in need of more than 3,000 to fill up its officer and enlisted personnel positions. Right now, we are into a lot of recruitment activities. Actually, Jules, sa ngayon, nasa Cebu yung aming recruitment activities. And hopefully, those people in Cebu na gusto mag-join sa Navy, make avail of our presence there. At nagpo-process po sila sa ngayon ng mga applicants. And imagine more than 3,000. From this period alone up to December, we need to recruit at least 1,900 additional to beef up or just to fill in our requirements.
Okay. Alright. Ayan, so tiyak na, sir, maraming mga nahikayat ng mga boss natin sa buong Pilipinas na maging bahagi nga ng Philippine Navy. So maraming salamat po sa inyong panahon, sir. Muli nakasama natin ang Assistant Chief ng Naval Staff or Personnel ng Philippine Navy. Walang iba kundi si Colonel Ariel Caculitan. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.